What if I told you that the sweet treat you crave is silently wreaking havoc on your body? That sugar, yes, the kind hiding in your morning cereal, your afternoon soda, even your so-called healthy snacks, isn't just empty calories. It's a toxin fueling today's biggest health crises. This isn't about willpower or avoiding a little indulgence. Sugar is at the root of nearly every modern disease we fear most: obesity, diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, even cancer. It hijacks your metabolism, triggers chronic inflammation, and rewires your brain's reward system, making you crave more of what's destroying you. Think of sugar like a slow poison. It spikes your blood sugar, floods your body with insulin, and over time creates insulin resistance, the underlying driver of most chronic diseases. That constant roller coaster of highs and crashes doesn't just leave you tired and irritable, it silently damages your arteries, your liver, and even your brain. Alzheimer's is now being called type 3 diabetes because of sugar's profound impact on cognitive decline. The food industry doesn't want you to know this. They've engineered ultra-processed foods to be addictive, hooking you on sugar so you keep coming back for more. But here's the good news: you can break free. When you eliminate sugar and nourish your body with whole, real foods, something miraculous happens. Energy returns, inflammation drops, your brain clears, your body begins to heal. The bitter truth about sugar is hard to swallow. But once you see it for what it is, not a treat, but a toxin, you reclaim your power. You don't have to be a victim of this sweet poison. The choice to heal, to energize, to thrive is in your hands, and it starts today. Number 1. Sugar is not just empty calories. It acts like a toxin. Sugar isn't just a harmless pleasure. It functions in the body more like a toxic substance than a food. It doesn't nourish you, it drains you. When you consume sugar, especially in processed forms like high fructose corn syrup or refined table sugar, it rapidly spikes your blood glucose. Your pancreas responds by flooding your bloodstream with insulin to bring that sugar back down to a safe level. But here's the problem: the more often this happens, the more resistant your cells become to insulin. This process, insulin resistance, isn't just about blood sugar anymore. It's the biological ignition switch for a cascade of modern diseases, from type 2 diabetes and fatty liver disease to dementia, cancer, and heart disease. Sugar is also deeply inflammatory. Chronic inflammation doesn't show up overnight. It builds silently, damaging your arteries, your gut lining, and your brain. It weakens your immune system and disrupts hormone balance. The result: you feel tired, foggy, and constantly hungry, even after eating. And while it may give you a quick burst of energy, that spike is always followed by a crash, leading you to crave even more sugar to feel normal. That's not by accident. Sugar rewires your brain's reward system by increasing dopamine, the feel-good chemical that also drives addiction. Over time, your brain needs more and more just to feel balanced. That's how sugar turns from a treat into a trap. But once you understand that sugar acts like a biological saboteur, you begin to see it for what it really is: not a source of energy, but a driver of disease. And knowing this truth empowers you to make a different choice, a powerful choice, the choice to take back control of your health and begin the healing process from the inside out. Number 2. Excess sugar consumption is linked to modern diseases. Excess sugar consumption has become one of the most dangerous contributors to modern disease, yet most people are unaware of how deeply it impacts nearly every organ system in the body. When you eat sugar, your blood glucose rises, triggering a release of insulin to help shuttle that sugar into cells for energy. But when this happens repeatedly, especially with the high levels of sugar in modern processed foods, your body starts to lose its ability to respond properly. This insulin resistance is at the root of many chronic conditions. It doesn't just lead to type 2 diabetes, it damages blood vessels, promotes the storage of dangerous visceral fat, and creates a hormonal environment that drives obesity. Over time, high sugar intake also accelerates the aging process by damaging proteins through a process called glycation, which stiffens tissues and leads to wrinkles, organ decline, and even impaired brain function. Research now connects high sugar diets to Alzheimer's disease, which is often referred to as type 3 diabetes, because of how insulin resistance affects the brain's ability to use glucose. Cancer cells also thrive on sugar, as they have a higher demand for glucose than normal cells, making high sugar diets a potential driver of tumor growth. Even the immune system suffers under a heavy sugar load, as elevated glucose levels suppress white blood cell activity and make it harder to fight infections. This means that the foods you eat every day are either strengthening your defenses or weakening them. Sugar's impact is not limited to obvious sweets like candy and soda. It's hidden in breads, sauces, and even foods marketed as healthy. Recognizing how sugar drives disease is the first step in breaking free from its grip. Once you reduce it, your body begins to heal in ways that feel almost miraculous. Number 3. Sugar hijacks your brain's reward system. Sugar doesn't just affect your body. It rewires your brain in ways that create powerful cravings and even addiction. When you consume sugar, your brain releases a surge of dopamine, the same feel-good chemical involved in other addictive behaviors. This dopamine spike gives you a temporary sense of pleasure and reward, but as you continue eating sugar regularly, your brain begins to adapt. Over time, it produces fewer dopamine receptors, meaning you need more sugar to achieve the same level of satisfaction. This cycle traps you in a loop where cravings grow stronger, willpower weakens, and breaking free feels almost impossible. The food industry has capitalized on this biological vulnerability by engineering processed foods to hit what scientists call the bliss point, the perfect combination of sugar, fat, and salt designed to light up your brain's reward center and override your natural sense of fullness. As a result, many people are unknowingly stuck in a pattern of overconsumption, mistaking these intense cravings for hunger. But the truth is, your body isn't hungry for nutrition. It's responding to chemical signals that have been hijacked. Studies show that sugar addiction can be as powerful as addiction to cocaine or nicotine, activating the same regions of the brain involved in pleasure and compulsion. This is why simply telling someone to eat less sugar often fails. It's not about weak willpower, but about a hijacked brain chemistry. The encouraging news is that the brain can heal. When you remove sugar from your diet and replace it with whole, nutrient-rich foods, your dopamine pathways begin to reset. Cravings fade, energy stabilizes, and mental clarity returns. Recognizing sugar's addictive power is the first step to breaking free and reclaiming control over your health and your mind. Number 4. The food industry engineers ultra-processed, sugar-laden foods to be addictive. The food industry has spent decades perfecting the art of addiction by engineering ultra-processed foods filled with hidden sugars. These products are not designed to nourish you. They are designed to keep you coming back for more. Food scientists carefully calculate the bliss point, the precise combination of sugar, fat, and salt that creates an irresistible flavor and triggers powerful reward signals in your brain. This isn't accidental, it's deliberate. Every time you eat these foods, dopamine surges in your brain, reinforcing the craving and making you more likely to reach for them again. Over time, this rewiring of your brain's reward system overrides your natural hunger and fullness cues. You begin eating not because you're hungry, but because your brain is demanding another hit. The result is a cycle of overeating that leaves you tired, inflamed, and metabolically imbalanced. Even worse, sugar hides in places you'd never suspect. Salad dressings, sauces, breads, yogurts, and so-called health bars. A single serving of these products can contain more sugar than a dessert, yet clever labeling and marketing keep you unaware. This manipulation has contributed to skyrocketing rates of obesity, diabetes, and other chronic illnesses worldwide. But the good news is you can break the cycle. When you remove these engineered foods from your diet and replace them with whole, real foods, your taste buds begin to reset and your brain starts to heal. Cravings lose their grip, energy levels rise. Your body finally receives the nutrients it has been starving for. The first step is awareness, understanding that these foods are designed to make you dependent on them. Once you see the truth, you gain the power to choose differently, to step off the treadmill of addiction and to reclaim control of your health and your life. Number 5. Eliminating sugar and eating whole, nutrient-dense foods. When you remove sugar from your diet and nourish your body with whole, nutrient-dense foods, remarkable changes begin to take place. The constant blood sugar spikes and crashes that once left you tired and irritable start to stabilize, allowing your energy to become steady throughout the day. Without sugar's inflammatory effects, your body can finally begin to repair the damage it has endured over time. Inflammation decreases, and this shift supports everything from healthier joints to clearer skin to improved digestion. Your brain also benefits as mental fog lifts and focus returns, because stable blood sugar allows your neurons to function without the toxic effects of glucose overload. As insulin sensitivity improves, your cells regain the ability to efficiently process and use energy, which not only supports weight loss, but also reduces the risk of developing chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease. Even your immune system gets stronger, because high sugar levels no longer suppress the activity of white blood cells or feed harmful bacteria in the gut. Whole, real foods, vegetables, healthy fats, clean proteins, and fiber-rich carbohydrates provide the essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants your body needs to thrive. These nutrients don't just sustain life. They help your cells regenerate and protect against future damage. Many people report feeling as if a fog has lifted within just a few weeks of cutting out sugar, describing better moods, improved sleep, and a renewed sense of vitality. This isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. You are freeing your body from the biochemical chains that sugar created, allowing it to do what it was designed to do: heal, energize, and protect you. The decision to step away from sugar is not just a diet change, it's a decision to reclaim your health and your future. Number 6. Recognizing sugar as a driver of disease gives you the power to reclaim your health. Recognizing sugar as a driver of disease is one of the most powerful shifts you can make for your health. For too long, sugar has been seen as a harmless pleasure, a simple indulgence with no serious consequences. But when you understand how deeply it affects every system in your body, from your brain to your gut to your immune system, you begin to see it for what it really is: a sweet poison. This awareness gives you the power to take back control. The first step is not about perfection, but about intention. Every time you choose to reduce or eliminate sugar, you send your body a signal that it is safe to heal. Your metabolism begins to reset, insulin sensitivity improves, and your cells start functioning the way they were designed to. This isn't just about avoiding disease in the future, it's about creating vitality in the present. You'll notice your energy stabilizing, your mood lifting, and your mind clearing. Cravings that once felt overwhelming begin to fade as your brain and taste buds adjust to real, whole foods, and as your body heals, your sense of empowerment grows. You realize you are not powerless against sugar's pull. You have the ability to change your biology with every choice you make. Breaking free from sugar is not easy at first because of the way it has rewired your brain, but with each step, you weaken its hold and strengthen your body's natural resilience. Over time, your desire for sugar is replaced by a desire for health, energy, and clarity. This journey is not about restriction, it's about liberation. You're not just avoiding a toxin, you're reclaiming the vibrant health and longevity that is your birthright.